All right, guys. Hey, welcome back to Atheist Edge. We're gonna take a little opportunity here. We're here in the aftermath of Solstice Party 2018 for Metroplex Atheists. This is ground zero for all the solstice happenings this year. I have with me a couple of special guests. Some of you may recognize from past shows. I have Susan Turpin here, and I have Mr. Nathaniel Walters, who is
look at my name tag.
No, because I'm going to read. I'm going to read the title. He is Texas Assistant State Director for American Atheists. Susan is also a member of the organization in some capacity. So
I'm also an assistant state director. Yeah.
There you go. And she doesn't have the spiffy name tag, so I couldn't read that one.
Yet. It's still relatively new sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right. Well, congratulations to you.
I'll get in touch with Jim and make sure he sends you.
And
a snazzy shirt.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I do need all that stuff.
Yeah, you'll get a shirt that doesn't have a misprint, where the American Atheist is the correct color.
Oh, okay.
They told me this, and then they asked me if I wanted another one, and I said, no, keep this one so people have to lean in and read it.
Right, okay. Yeah, not bad.
And then they know what it is, and it happens all the time.
It does.
So the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys for a minute here today was that you guys have something going on where you, recently you've been doing these talks regarding sensible and responsible sex ed in the area, in the DFW area. I'm going to ask, I'll go ahead and ask you first. Can you tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing with that?
Yeah, so we've got a presentation that we've been technically really revamping lately. It's about the need for comprehensive sex ed in Texas public schools, because Texas is pretty much just a giant void of abstinence only until marriage.
Right, abstinence only sex ed, right?
Yeah, because we feel that the students and the children in Texas need to have the basic facts, that they don't need to be lied to in terms of what comes with the acts of sex and what can actually potentially happen, and any potential risks involved, but realistic risks, not just fear-mongering sort of stuff. So we're really focusing on trying to make sure that it's an engaging presentation that's kind of interactive, and getting people amped up to actually do something about it in their own communities.
Sounds good. Yeah. Now let me ask you, Nathaniel, too. What is your specific perspective on this topic? And specifically, can you tell me why you think that abstinence-only sex education might be detrimental to young people's lives?
Sure. I will actually answer the second one first, because statistics back that up. In the state of Texas, you have to, number one, teach abstinence as the preferred method. You don't have to say necessarily until marriage, but it is there. You cannot, if you don't actually have to have it in the state of Texas, it's not required. And that is detrimental. And you look at, they cannot, if they speak about contraceptives like condoms, they cannot demonstrate the condoms. They cannot provide condoms or anything type of contraceptives. And what we see is that the state of Texas, we have some of the highest teen and repeat teen pregnancy rates in the country. We have, and of those that have teen pregnancies, we have some of the highest poverty rates among those teens, especially affecting minorities. And the big reason that we want to make sure that the progress is continued, because it is moving forward, is because 96 to 98% of parents who have public school, whether it be middle school or high school age students, agree that we need to teach fact-based comprehensive sex education. And then that's my stance as well, and I think it's the stance of any person, any responsible person, even without children, to know that not having so many teen pregnancies will actually help the economy. And it'll absolutely lower abortion rates. Look at the state of Colorado. 2007, they enacted comprehensive sex education. They provided contraception. 40% drop in teenage pregnancies, 47% drop in abortions.
So you do agree with the safe, legal, and rare representation of abortion?
I believe that abortion is a personal choice between a woman and her doctor, and however she wants to decide when and where to have it, then that's entirely up to her. But safe and legal, definitely.
Safe and legal, and hopefully, from what he says,
hopefully rare.
Hopefully rare, because the things that you say you're trying to address with these
will
talks
indeed,
will impact that number for sure.
Right. Yeah.
if one of you want to take this, I'm fine with either one of you. Do you believe that part of comprehensive sexual education should place some emphasis on responsible selectivity in partner choice?
I think a big part of the comprehensive sex ed is maybe not necessarily saying you have to be selective, because to a certain degree that seems more judgmental than we're wanting to portray the sex ed as. But responsible, definitely. We want to make sure that the students receiving a sex education are fully informed of their options, regardless of whatever choices they're making. They want to make sure they have all of the options available to them. Mm-hmm. We want to make sure that they're not being shamed necessarily for the choices that they're making.
Okay.
If they're making choices that could potentially be detrimental, we want to make sure that they are provided the support that they need.
Right. Okay. So at this point, I guess, and that all sounds great. So it sounds like what you guys are doing is going to be a net positive thing, I think.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So definitely at least if, and I like that, a lot of people, they want to scream the sky's falling, and they don't want to they aren't as quick to offer solutions to problems. They just want to accentuate the problems. And at least you guys are going to the lengths of at least, hey, this is this proposed solution that we have for this, is get information out there,
right.
Make people more aware, educate individuals, hopefully people can make informed and responsible decisions going forward about the future of their children and the future of this country.